Yo, everybody. What's up? My name is Reverend and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Movements Podcast. What's up, y'all? If you're new to this podcast, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And a little bit about myself. I'm an ordained minister, and I'm also a pastor. I'm a senior pastor. I'm not only just a ordained minister and a pastor, I'm also a gospel rapper, and I'm also an entertainer, and I pretty much do everything. I'm a singer, rapper, drummer, dancer, and you name it. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing an episode talking about who I am. So I'm not going to waste y'all time. As you can tell by the topic, I'm going to give you spiritual reasons you can't find a job. I know y'all probably saying, yo, I don't know why can't I find a job? Why I applied 100 times to places and I can't seem to find a job. Now, I'm going to give you spiritual reasons you can't find a job. So we're going to go straight into it so you can know why you can't find a job spiritually. And the first thing is, and if you see me looking down, I wrote notes. I write some. The number one, season of testing. You are being tested. You are being tested by God. In 1 Peter 1 verse 6 to 7, it says, God may be refining your faith like gold in the fire. Excuse me. That's number one. You are being tested by God. God is redefining your faith like gold in the fire. Number two, preparation phase. You are being prepared. You are being prepared by God for something bigger, something greater. In Luke 16 verses 10, it says, sometimes God withholds certain opportunities until you are spiritually ready. The third thing is misalignment with calling. And y'all know what misalignment means. You're not on the right path. You are on the wrong path. So God is giving you the right calling. So in Jeremiah 1 verses 5, it says, a job may not match your God-given purpose. Yes, because it's true. Not everybody is meant for a 9-to-5. So if God is calling, if you apply over 100 times, and you don't get not even a call back, that means God is saying you are here for a bigger purpose than a 9-to-5. So the doors remain closed. Number 4, God is redirecting you. He is redirecting your path. So he may be steering you away from just a job and into your true assignment. And this is in Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6. I'm going to say that again. God is redirecting you, and he may be steering you away from just a job and into your divine assignment. Number 5, spiritual warfare. The enemy may be blocking your provision to discourage you, and this is in Daniel 10 verse 12 to 13. I'm going to say that again. That's spiritual warfare. The enemy may be blocking your provision to discourage you. Number 6, your need for deeper faith. God may want you to depend on him more than on a paycheck. Let's say that one more time, shall we? And this is Matthew 4 verse 4. What did he just say? God may not want you to depend. Wait, I'm going to say it like this. Whoa. Child, this is powerful right here. It says, God may want you to depend on Him more on a paycheck. Meaning, God wants you to focus on Him rather than the paycheck. Woo! Wow. That's powerful right there. The seventh thing, unrepented sin. In Isaiah 59 verses 2, it says, hidden sin, it can cause spiritual blockages. Number 8, character development. In Romans 5 verse 3 to 4, it says, like, God is shaping you. God is shaping patience, humility, and resilience in the waiting season. And this is for people. Wow. This is why you're not this is why you can't find a job, y'all. The next one is testing of stewardship. How you manage little determines if God can trust you with more. Let's say that again one more time. You've been tested of stewardship. That means how you manage little determines if God can trust you with more. And this is in the book of Luke 19 verses 17. The next thing is closed heavens. Spiritual dryness or disobedience can limit blessings, and this is in Deuteronomy 28 verses 15 to 16. The next one is there's lesson in trusting God as a provider. This is why you're not getting a job spiritually, because there's a lesson in trusting God as a provider. God is saying He is the provider. He will provide for you. Jehovah Jireh wants you to know He is your source, not the job. Your job is not the source. God is. Let's say that one more time. Jehovah Jireh wants you to know He is your source. Your job is not the source. He is. And this is saying in Genesis 22 verses 14. The next one is why, this is the reason why you're not getting a job spiritually. Distraction removal. Some jobs may be pulling you away from prayer, ministry, or destiny, so God blocks them. And this is in Mark 8 verse 36. And that's so funny, because I used to work at Walmart, and God pulled me out of that job for a reason. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say this, guys. I've been applying to a lot of jobs lately, and now you guys know that this is what God means why you can't get a job, because God wants you for more. Because what I did mention when I used to work at Walmart, I said, is this my final destination? And then somebody was telling me, at the job that I used to work at, which is Walmart, I said, this is going to be your final destination. But God said, oh no, not on my watch. It's like God said, not on my watch. That means I got something bigger and better. So now you know. So, and if this applies to you, you know what it is. Another reason why you can't find a job, it is what? Breaking old mindsets. A poverty or a slave mindset may keep you from receiving kingdom opportunities. This is taken in Romans 12 verses 2. The next reason why you can't find a job spiritually, generational barriers. Spiritual strongholds in the family line. This is in Exodus 34 verses 7. The next one is God's timing. It's God's timing. You got to go on God's timing, not on your timing, on your timeline. In God's timing. Spiritually, doors open in due season. This is in Galatians 6 verse 9. The next reason why y'all already know, is dependence on human connections instead of God. I'm going to say that again. Dependence on human connections instead of God. Meaning, like, trusting in man over God delays breakthrough. And this is in Jeremiah 17 verses 5 to 8. The next spiritual reason you can find a job is this. Your faith is not activated. You're speaking defeat instead of declaring God's promises block spiritual alignment. And this is in Proverbs 18 verses 21. The next time you're spiritually, that means why you, the spiritual reason why you're not getting a job, why you can't find a job, is your need for deliverance. So spiritual bondage like fear, rejection, or curses may need to be broken. This is in John 8 verse 36. The next reason is your training ground for entrepreneurship ministry. That means God is training you to be an entrepreneur. And God may want you to build, not just to be hired. So that's why I said, my story with me working at Walmart, when somebody was telling me, oh, this is going to be a final destination, and like God has said, no, not on my watch, because I have something bigger and better. It's like God has said, I got something bigger and better for this one. Yeah, like God said, listen, yeah, she had, do you know that God has never called me a she? Never, not once. Because, and I'm going to be sit down and talk to you why God doesn't call me a she. God has always called me a he, and I'm going to tell you I've been speaking about this for quite some time on my previous lives, and I'm going to sit down, dedicate and talk to you guys why God never called me a she ever. Yeah. So the next one, and the next one is a call to rest and reset. That's the reason. That's the reason why. Yeah, that's another reason too. There's another reason you can't find a job, because you are called to rest and reset. So spiritually, God sometimes put you into rest to renew your strength before new assignments. This is Isaiah 40 verse 31. This is what God did with me, because after at Walmart, I no longer work there. God is calling me to rest, because I've been working for 4 years non-stop. So it makes sense. God is calling me to rest and reset, because God knows me that I've been working at Walmart for 4 years straight. The only time I got off is when when my grandmother passed. I mean, when she was one, and the thing is that she's not biologically my grandmother. Because I found out, the Holy Spirit told me she's not, but she raised me up. She's like a mother figure to me, because she raised me up. So she's the one that raised me, and she knew about me. No wonder my grandmother take me under her wing, because she found out something about me that that her daughter lied about. There's something, and as I said, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe and turn that notification bell so you will know. So the next spiritual reasons you can't find a job is God is protecting you from toxic environments. So That's funny because when I used to work at Walmart, it was toxic as hell. It was toxic. And when I mean it was toxic, because there are people out there out for my downfall. They don't like me because I'm doing my job right. Yeah, God knows. You see, God knows. So if you, yes, God is going to protect you from that toxic environment. Yeah, because I've been in a toxic environment before. So God is saying, so when you're applying for jobs, you can't find a job, you submit a lot of resumes, a lot of applications, and you don't get not one back. It's because God is protecting you from toxic environment. I've been in one before. No wonder God no wonder I don't get not one back. A job may look good on the outside, but it could harm your spirit. And this is in Psalms 121 verse 7. Yeah, that's another reason why you can't find a job. Because if you were in a toxic environment before at a job, if your God is protecting you from another one again. The next spiritual reason you can't find a job, a need for humility. Sometimes God humbles us, so we lean fully on Him before promotion. James 4 verse 10. And do you know that God is do you know that God is the one that told me to start another podcast? Because to be honest with you, I had a podcast before. I had a podcast. God called me back into podcasting for a reason, and now I know why. Now I know why. Because to be honest with you, I've been in podcasting before, but God called me back into it. But this time, I need to answer the call that God gave me, which is in ministry. God has been calling me for ministry for quite some time. So yes, I had to answer the call. So the next spiritual reason you can't find a job is spiritual growth over material gain. Spiritual growth over material gain. God may delay work so you focus on your prayer life, the word, and spiritual maturity. And this is in Matthew 6 verses 19 to 21. And another spiritual sign, not even sign, another spiritual reason you can't find a job, wrong location. You're at a wrong location. Same thing when I used to work at Walmart. That was a toxic environment. That was a wrong location. So spiritually, you may be in the wrong city, territory for your assignment. Yeah. And this is in Genesis 12 verse 1. Another spiritual reason why you can't find a job, God stretching your faith in provision. To learn daily dependence like Israel, like manna. And this is in reference to Exodus 16 verses 4. Another spiritual reason why you can't find a job, hidden idols of the heart. So placing security in money, career, or status instead of God. That's why God did that. And this is in Ezekiel 14 verses 3. The next spiritual reason why you can't find a job, God is preserving you for kingdom work. Yes, He's preserving you for kingdom work because you have something bigger and better with your life. God knows something about you. There's something that you're destined for greatness. So if you see that, these are the reasons why. Yes, God is preserving you for the kingdom work. You may be set apart for ministry. God is calling you into ministry, just like God called me into ministry years ago. God has been calling me into ministry years ago. Do you know that because right now I go to Full Sail University right now. I'm in school. Do you know that they reached out to me years ago? Oh yeah. They reached out to me years ago because I remember Full Sail University called me on the phone and I couldn't even give them the light of day. I couldn't even give them. I said, okay, and then I hang up. And then look at God. God bring it back. Like, I was scrolling on Instagram. I think it was like January or something. Yeah, I was scrolling on Instagram. Make a long story short, I was scrolling on Instagram. Guess what I see? Yep, Full Sail University. So that is a sign from God saying I need to go into, because I'm meant to go to Full Sail University. So this is written in the eyes of God. God know that I was meant to be in ministry. I mean, not ministry. I mean, at Full Sail University. Yeah, because God know the situation of what happened. After high school, I was supposed to go to a university. I was supposed to go to St. John's University. That's one of the top schools in New York that is hard to get in, and I got in. To be honest with you, I don't know how the frack I got in, because I'm trying to tell myself how in the frack I got in. But that's because in my high school, I was on the honor roll. I was on the dean's list. I was on the departmental honors and the high departmental honors. So it makes sense why they put me into St. John's University. But I'm trying to find out how I don't know if I did an application or what. To this day, I don't even know. So, as I said, God is preserving you for kingdom work. You may be set apart for ministry or mission instead of traditional job. Meaning, God doesn't want you in any job. Period. God will call you out, just like God did with me in Acts 13 verse 2. The next spiritual reason why you can find a job, there's a season of pruning. What that means is God cuts away distractions and prepares you for fruitfulness. And this is in John 15 verse 2. And the next thing is, the next spiritual reason why you can't find a job, to birth creativity. You have creativity in you. Because when you were born, you have the gift of creativity, and God wants you to use it. So that's what it is. And to birth creativity and innovation. So many jobless seasons push people into their God-given gifts, because you're meant for greatness. Not everybody is meant for a 9 to 5. No, not everybody's meant for a 9 to 5, because God has something special for you. You are being set apart. This is Exodus 35:35. And lastly, another reason why you can't find a job, waiting for supernatural favor. God wants your breakthrough to be clearly from Him, not from human effort. And this is in reference to Psalm 75 verse 6 and 7. Yeah, I'm going to say this again. God wants your breakthrough to be clearly from Him, not from nobody. God don't want you to listen to somebody else, because God knows you more than them. God knows you more than you. God knows you. So if you see God as, if you apply to a lot of jobs and stuff, if you apply to a lot of jobs and you don't even get one, at least one answer, that says it all. That means God doesn't want you to be in a job, because you have a God-given gifts that God assigned to you. There's a gift that God assigned to you. If you trying to figure out, oh my God, I can't find a job, you send a bunch of applications and resumes, you don't get one, because God is saying you are destined for more. I gave you an assignment. Same to what God did with me. God told me, I have an assignment for you. I have assignment for you. Walmart is not where you're supposed to be. Walmart is not where you're supposed to. I put you in there for a reason. But then after that, you come out. Yeah. So now you know. So if these are the reasons why spiritually, these are spiritual reasons why you can't find a job. So, alright, guys. So if you made it at the end of this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to know whenever I post. Alright, guys, God bless you. Thank you for joining. Make everything that you need to know is going to be in the description below. And for the partnership form, the partnership form is complete and it's in the official website. So if you want to work with me, you need support, and you need to share your prayer and everything, go into the official website. Everything is going to be there that you need to know. And on Saturday, there's going to be a mental health and counseling. Our mental health and counseling is going to be this Saturday at a certain at least 6 p.m. Yes, it's going to be 6 p.m. So join us on this Saturday, where we join us this Saturday at 6 p.m. for our our first ever meeting for mental health. So if you want to join, feel free. You can join. Everybody's welcome to be a part of the mental health and counseling session. Not session, but area, Alright, guys. God bless you. Thank you, guys. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. And here's a few announcements. I'm still doing the courses. So today we're going to have a course on entrepreneurship, and tonight's thing is on entrepreneurship. So we're going to do a master class in entrepreneurship at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Our Bible study is going to be kicking off. It's going to be tonight, but it's going to be at a different time. This is going to be at 5:30. From 5:30, we're going to start our Bible study. Alright, guys. So 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So join us tonight. Alright, guys. God bless you. And if you have any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below. And also, if you have any questions you want to ask, drop it in on the website. You can drop it on the website or in the comment section below. Peace. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.